everyone, my name is Julian Bachlow. I'm a musician, actor, and artist from the Greater Toronto area, and I make music in my room, and I want you to make music in your room too. So I'm going to give you 5 tips showing you how you can become an independent musician just like me. Let's do this! So before you start anything, you got to set yourself a budget. So that can be between $200 to thousands of dollars. So you have to make sure you know what you want to get for yourself. And if you're just starting out, I suggest going under $500 if you want to produce your own music. Number 1, hardware and software. For hardware, you need an interface for your computer so your software can start producing music and recording music for you. So what I use is the Tascam US 122. It has the audio and visual cables that plug into here that go into your studio stereo or your PA system. And then you have your XLR cables that plug into here for your microphone, for your right and left channels. And then they have the right and left channels for your line ins, for your patch cords that go into your instruments. And then you also have your headphone jack where you can listen to your music through the headphones. For software, you need something that you can start recording your music in. So the programs are like Logic, Fruity Loops, Reason, Cubase, and Pro Tools. But the free versions are Reason, Logic, and Fruity Loops. And I find you can make a whole bunch of stuff on there. And just when you're starting off, it's great to use. And I think you can learn a lot from that before you go on to different pro production studios like Pro Tools and Cubase. Number 2, social media presence and streaming services. So before you do all this, you have to create a band name. Now, creating a band name can be really hard and really tedious, but if you get stuck, it's always fun to go to bandgenerator.com and generate some sort of band name doing that. Sometimes there's a flop and sometimes they're really cool. You never know. So after you get your band name, you get a Twitter handle, an Instagram handle, a TikTok page, a Facebook page, and all the other socials that you want. Number 3, your biography and headshot. So for your biography, you want to talk about yourself, you want to talk about where you're from, you want to talk about your influences, who you sound like, and what you have achieved. If you haven't achieved anything, that's fine, but you can always talk about what you want to achieve in the future. This is really important for when you want to submit to indie radio stations, blogs, and playlists, because that's the first thing that they're going to see. They're going to see the biography, and they're going to see your band shot. For your band shot, you don't want to be cheap with this. You want to spend a little bit of time thinking about your concept and your theme, your outfit. You want to think about everything beforehand before getting the shot, because it will save you money. And you don't want to go too expensive on it at first either. You want to get someone who is experienced with shooting bands, particularly, especially if you want to do this for your career. This is really important. Number 4, submitting to blogs, playlists, and indie radio stations. So there's lots of services online like submithub.com or musosoup.com where you pay a certain amount of credits and you can get your song reviewed by blogs, playlists, and indie radio stations. But it costs a little bit of money, and sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. It depends on your song. As well, when you submit your music to indie radio stations or radio stations for that matter, you want to make sure that it's the genre of music that they play on their radio. You don't want to send an indie rock song to a country music station. It just won't work out and it's a waste of your time. Number 5, getting gigs. Now, it's really important when you start emailing promoters that you include a download to your song or a link to your song, and you include your biography, your band shot, and maybe articles about yourself that talk about your music. That's really important. And you can find all this information about bookers either online or through venues themselves. Now, these 5 tips are just the starting point, and I want to get you involved as much as I can, so I'm going to be making even more videos in the future. So please like and comment as much as possible, and I can answer some questions on future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this was really informative for you. Thank you.